chapter, Goddess Tenali Raman receives Goddess Kali's blessings. This is the first chapter from your English rapid portion that we will do. This is the first story. And this is the story about the famous court jester called Tenali Raman. This story tells us how Tenali Raman became famous as Tenali Raman. He was born in a village called Tenali in Karnataka, and his name was Ramakrishna. Later he became famous as Tenali Raman. And as a young boy, he was a great devotee of Goddess Kalika. And there was a temple of Goddess Kalika in his village, and there Ramakrishna, as a young boy, used to go every day to worship Goddess Kalika. And one day when he was worshipping in the temple, a sage passed by. A sage is a person like a monk, we can say, and he passed by. He stopped when he saw this young boy praying to or worshipping Goddess Kali. He stopped and looked at him. He was very impressed by the devotion of Ramakrishna, and he asked him that, do you come here every day? And Ramakrishna said that, yes, I come here every day to worship Goddess Kalika. The sage was impressed and he asked him that, do you worship him faithfully? Means, are you worshipping him faithfully, or do you have faith on Goddess Kalika? Ramakrishna said that, yes, she is the mother goddess, she takes care of me and I worship her faithfully. Then the sage asked him that, have you ever seen her before? Means, have you been able to see a Goddess Kalika? You are a great devotee of her, you worship her, you come here every day to worship Goddess Kalika. So have you ever seen her? Then Ramakrishna said that, no, I am not so lucky. I have not been able to see her, but I do want to have her darshan. I do want to see her now one day. Then he asked the sage that, but will she give me her darshan? He asked the sage. The sage said, yes, she will, but for that you have to chant a mantra. You have to pray to Goddess Kalika throughout the night. You have to say that mantra which the sage would give him, and then Goddess Kalika is impressed by his devotion, by his worship. Then she will appear before Ramakrishna. And saying this, the sage gave the mantra to Ramakrishna. But at the same time, the sage warned Ramakrishna that when Goddess Kalika will appear before you, don't get afraid. Why? He said that because she has 1,000 faces with red gleaming eyes, and Ramakrishna was a young boy. So he also warned him that don't be afraid of her when you see her. You ask whatever you want to ask. You ask for riches, wealth, happiness, whatever you want, you ask for her. And Ramakrishna said, yes, I will follow whatever you have said, and I will not be afraid of Goddess Kalika because she is the mother goddess. She takes care of me, so I won't be afraid of her. Then she will appear before me. And saying this, Ramakrishna, he started praying to Goddess Kalika. And he said the mantra. He was so engrossed, or he was worshipping her or praying to her with so much of concentration that he did not realize that the sun was rising the next day. And then he heard a voice calling out to him. And when he opened her eyes, he saw Goddess Kalika in front of him. And when Ramakrishna saw Goddess Kalika, he was impressed. He could not believe his eyes that Goddess Kalika was standing before him. And then he observed him. And afterwards, observing her, after seeing her for some time, he started laughing. Now, Goddess Kalika got very angry with this behavior of Ramakrishna. She didn't expect that a devotee of her will start laughing at her when she has appeared before him. So she got very angry and she said that, why are you laughing at me? What is the reason? Aren't you afraid of me? Then Ramakrishna, he said that, no, I am not afraid of you. You are the mother goddess. I am a devotee. I worship you every day. Why I should be afraid of you? Then Goddess Kalika said, then why are you laughing Then Ramakrishna said the reason why he was laughing, and the reason was that when Goddess Kalika appeared before him, he observed that Goddess Kalika had 1,000 faces with red gleaming eyes, just as the way the sage had told him. But she had only 2 hands. Then Ramakrishna said that I have only 1 nose and 2 hands. But when I catch a cold, when I am having cold and my nose starts running, then I am unable to manage my running nose with 2 hands. Because you have countless noses, and you, Goddess Kalika, you have so many noses. You have 1,000 faces, that means you are having 1,000 noses. And how do you manage running noses with only 2 hands? I cannot think about it, and imagining this thing, I started laughing. He was very honest, and he honestly told Goddess Kalika what he had thought about her, and Goddess Kalika was also at the same time impressed by Ramakrishna's simplicity and also the keen observation, because unlike other devotees of Goddess Kalika, he did not ask for anything. He was looking at her, he observed her very keenly. He observed that she had 1,000 noses with red gleaming eyes. He was not afraid when he saw her, and then when Goddess Kalika asked her the reason why he was laughing, and he told him without any kind of hesitation the truth that why he was laughing at her. And impressed by his simplicity, his observation and his innocence, Goddess Kalika, he gave her blessing to Ramakrishna. She said that you are very modest, you are imaginative, you are quick-witted, and so I am blessing you that you will become a big category, and you will be from now on you will be known as Tenali Raman, and with this name you would be famous throughout the world as a court jester. At the same time, she also advised her that you go to Vijayanagar kingdom and meet King Krishnadevaraya, and there and she said that you go there, you meet King Krishnadevaraya, and that could help you a lot in future. And saying this, Goddess Kalika gave her blessings and she disappeared from there. The Ramakrishna, he followed with the blessings and the advice of the Goddess Kalika, and he decided that he would go to Vijayanagar kingdom and meet King Krishnadevaraya. And he started on his long journey to Vijayanagar, which finally changed his destiny. That is, from then onwards, when he reached there, he became a famous court jester. He came to be known as Tenali Raman, and there are so many stories about him. So this is the first chapter that we have learned from your rapid book. You follow the video and also write down the question answers given along with the video.